Hello everybody and welcome back to Kalinovka. I hope you're all doing very well today. So, I finished the fertilising contracts that we were doing. I had one field left at the end of the last episode, which I've now completed. So we've collected those 3. I have now taken on 2 cultivating contracts on field 48 and 59. Just show you in here. 48 and 59, so combined they're going to give us around 15,000. The reason I'm doing those is because, again, I have another plan. Just debating whether to take you through the plan now or show you after we've done these cultivating contracts. So I want to do some root crops for the canned. I can't actually remember which production it was. Was it? No, that's the dairy. Bakery. That's the fruit line. Is it one of these? I'm not sure which one it is actually. What have we got up here? Sugar Agro Product Company. So I think that's the one that will do the canned goods. So these are all the extras. So that'll be the meat processing plant, firewood. That's the juice. The fruit line company. So I'm guessing the agro product company will be these here. So I think I may have. So these 3 are going to be the premium expansion production, aren't they? Let's have a look in here. Just see if we can see what the agro product company actually produces. Might not be in here though. No, it's not. So now thinking about it, I think it might be the not the soup factory. Preserved food factory, yeah. Right, so we're doing beets. My whole plan was to do some beets, so red beet and carrot as well, because I was getting confused and thinking that these 3 were part of the agro product company, but they're not. So that changes things a little bit, but I am still going to go with my plan because I want to use some equipment that I've found. So what I'm going to do, just get him set off on this contract. and then I will take you through my plan. Yeah, so I'm a bit disappointed now because I did want to do some root crops as part of the exploring the productions on the map, but I don't think that's going to work out. But nevertheless, it will still allow me to use some of this equipment. So firstly, what I'm going to do, we have a red beet field here right next to our field. So again, I'm going to lease this field because it's 197 to buy and I haven't got that at the moment. So we will lease that for now. So farmland 70, which is field 39. So we'll lease that for 20,000 nearly, and nearly 2,000 a day. That'll be fine. Oops, already done that. So this red beet field is now ours. So we're going to get all that red beet. And the harvester I'm going to use is this one. Fort Schritt pack. Fort Schritt KS6B. So it comes with the harvester, which has got a 10,000 litre capacity. And then it has a header for each. So we'll do sugar beet, beetroot, potato, carrots and parsnip. So yeah, pretty much all the root crops. So we want the beetroot header. So we're going to buy this. Going to change the colour. Yeah. So that's 26. Then the header is 4. Now you'll see the headers are 3.1 metre. So I'm pretty sure they are wider than any of the base game premium harvesters. So already we're at an advantage. Plus you've got a hopper. So it's got a capacity and it harvests at 8 kilometers an hour. So it's just like a regular harvester. I have tested this out, and with course play you can have a trailer at the side of the field and it will just go in and load itself. So you can pretty much do the new premium crops and leave it to it, which is brilliant. So yeah, and we're going to get a lot of red beets off that. So I'm going to buy the beet header. We'll leave that colour. So for 30 grand, we've got the header and the harvester. Obviously, if we do any of the others, then it's 4,000 for each header. But small price. So just get this all connected up. So it is a bit of an odd way to connect. You have to sort of drive over it and it goes in the middle, and because of that it doesn't have any collisions on it, so it does look a little bit messy when you're trying to connect it. But fact, probably should have gone the other way. Yeah, it's a little bit messy, looks a bit messy, but it does the job. So, get him back to the yard. Because what I'm also going to do although I'm not sure I need to now. So I was going to lease another one of those harvesters with a carrot header, and the total lease fee would have been 2,000, I think. And then I was going to do a carrot harvest on field 14, so I could leave the purchased one doing our own field of beets, leave it to it, and then we can have a look at the carrot one. But I don't think it's worth doing it now because we don't actually need the root crops. Although actually, no, saying that, carrot, we can do carrot juice in the fruit line company. So yeah, actually, yeah, I'm going to do that. So field 14 is right at the top near the sawmill. And then we're going to lease these. So it doesn't matter about colour for these. Yeah, so £1.5 to lease that setup. So the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to buy another trailer with a larger capacity. So I've got this one here. So we can have 45,000 litre or 46, I think, is the highest, but those sides are very high. So I'm going to go down to this one, 31,100 litres. So it's still a big capacity trailer, but it's got one lower side, so the pipe will go over that. So we're going to buy one of those. Just do a few alterations. So we're going to buy this one, but we're also going to lease one for the harvest on field 14 for the carrots. So lease that one. Oh, he's gone a very long way round, hasn't he? So what we do want is this tractor. I do need to do a little bit of tidying up in the yard. Stuff everywhere again. Oh, and the final thing I'm going to do, I've found another silo, because we're going to need to store some of these root crops for now. So what I do need to do is delete this one, or these two. And then the one I've got in mind, I have got a couple of actual root crop storage. We've got that one, and we've got a cellar. But I've also got one by Bernie SCS, if I can find it. This one here, so it's 15,000, but it's 2 million litre and it's multi-fruit, so it will do all the new premium crops, as I have tested it. So that's going to go there in place of that smaller silo. It will stick out a little bit more, but yeah. But what I do need to do first is empty that silo, because I think we've got some wheat and rye, I think it is. Yeah, so we've got wheat and rye in there, so I need to I actually need to get the rest of that rye over to the grain mill, and we'll keep the wheat for the chickens. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a little bit of moving around, get everything set up, and then I'll bring you back in when we're ready to do a bit of beet harvesting. See you shortly. Right, so I've got the two harvesters to their respective fields. Just actually 1 second. Yeah, that's right, yeah. So our owned harvester and trailer are over at our field doing the red beets, so I've set them off. They're on their course, and the trailer's at the side of the field, and it's emptying okay into that. So the only problem is 10,000 litres of beets, or any root crop, is a very little amount, so it is going to be emptying quite often, and the trailer will take probably 3 unloads, and then it's pretty much full, so we will have to keep skipping back over there just to empty the trailer. I've changed the silo, so I emptied the old one. I've just put the wheat in the trailer for now. We'll get that back into the new silo at some point. And the rye I took over to the flour mill, grain mill. So yeah, we'll crack on and start harvesting this one. So I've got the rented machine here with the rented trailer. So we just need to lower the harvester. Turn it on, not turn the machine off. And there we go. So as you can see, it's pretty wide. It's just about do 5 rows, if you're careful. So yeah, a lot easier. I think we'll just stick with 4 rows just to make sure we are getting everything. So what I didn't really think of, really carrots are going to be more valuable to us than red beets. So probably could have done it the other way around and leased this field, and then did the contract on field 39 instead. But then we would have had this whole field of carrots, but not to worry. I think what I will probably do is once the rye is harvested in our newly created field next to the farmyard, I think we'll then plant carrots in that, and then use the red beet field to put another sort of grain crop in. So yeah, we will make use of them. So the reason I wanted to get carrots and red beet done at the same time is because November is the last harvesting month, and we are already halfway through November. So I have put the time to half speed, just to make sure we can get both these fields done. If we had a little bit longer, maybe I probably should have thought about doing this in the last month, but it is what it is. So yeah, we'll get some of this harvested, and then I think I'll probably put it into a bit of a cinematic. But yeah, the main thing is we're doing what I wanted to do, which is exploring the different productions on the map, getting quite a few different products made and grown. So yeah, quite happy with what we're doing. As I say, I'm not in a rush with this series. It's not it will go for as long as it goes. I mean, eventually we've got three leased fields, so eventually I'd want to own those instead of leasing. When we've earned a bit more money, we'll look at upgrading some of the equipment. Maybe a little bit bigger, a little bit newer, maybe. Still oldish style. We will see. So I just really like this map, and I like the machinery that we're using, and yeah, just having a really nice time on this map. So but yeah, I think I'll put some of this into a bit of a cinematic.
Like
Welcome back. So, that's both fields done. The field of our own, I finished off, and then I brought the tractor and trailer over. Just because this one was finishing up, and I don't think I would have got it all in one trailer. So we are 98% complete on this one. So I've just got this last row, and hopefully we will be able to keep pretty much what we've got in those two trailers. Yeah, I think we've got, so the trailer on the big IMT, that's our trailer. So I did put a little bit in there, but I'm just gonna fill this trailer up, which is the leased trailer. So that'll be a full load in that trailer, which we'll take to the sell point. I don't think it's going to take barely any of that to complete the contract. And then the load that's in the owned trailer, that is one full combine load, and then we'll just pick up that last little bit. So we should have a fair amount of carrots left over. If I just go into here, time saving stock check. Red beet, we have 328,295 litres. So yeah, we can get that into the agro product company, because so I've recorded this in two parts. This is the second part on a separate day, and in the first part I said that I thought the preserved foods were part of the agro product company, and then I started doubting myself and thought that was just on there because of the premium expansion being installed. And I was sort of doubting myself, so I came back on and leased the agro product company just to have a look, and it does do the three preserved foods: parsnip, carrot and beetroot. So yeah, I was right. So we can do those, which is excellent. So yeah, we're going to have a lot of red beet to go in there, and then we'll have a little bit of carrot. So while that's unloading there, this is our beet harvester. I've parked that up there. So yeah, in this silo we have, why is it not coming up? 328,295 red beet. And if we just hop over here. So this field is now completely harvested. So what I'm thinking, obviously we've got rye in here. So as I said, once this is harvested, I'm going to put carrots or maybe even parsnips in here. So we'll have a full field of one of those that can keep the agro product company topped up. And then this field I'm going to do a grain crop. So if we go back into the menu, so I could either plant wheat, barley or rye into that field now. But what I thought was, because they can't be harvested until summer next year, I thought we can just about plant grass in there the rest of this month. So if I make that into a big grass field, come May time, I think it is, we can harvest that, and then we could plant in wheat, barley, canola, or oat the next month. So it'll just make use of that field until we can. Sorry, no, what am I saying? Sorghum. We could plant sorghum in there in June, as late as June. So once it's harvested, we can plant sorghum. And it just makes use of the time, the gap in between now and May. So yeah, but I do need to get a rush on. It's 2:10 now, so I need to get a move on and get this field prepped and seeded. So it's going to need ploughing, line, seeding, fertilising, rolling. So I've got the rest of today to do that. I also need to go up to the field behind the shop and get that weeded. There's a few little weeds in there, so I think for now I'm just going to lease a weeder, because that is the only field that we're going to get weeds in at the moment. But yeah, what the other thing I'm thinking of, so I've had a thought, and I think I'm sort of rushing a bit really with this series, and I don't want to do that. I want to take my time with this series. It doesn't need to go fast. So I think what I'm going to do is put the days per month up to 2, possibly 3. That'll be after the winter though, so we've got December, January, February, and then we can change the days per month for the next season. So I am going to do that after winter. There's no point doing it during winter because we haven't got enough jobs to do. So yeah, I'm just going to send this back. Yeah, I mean, we don't have enough jobs to do it now, but I do want to do it because then it just gives me more time to do stuff, and I'm not sort of rushing to get everything done in an episode. I'm aware this episode has probably been a little bit rushed and didn't really need to be. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do with that. Also, I did notice the just make sure all the cables are connected on this, because it does seem to be going very slow. Also, I noticed that in the first part of the recording, the ground textures were very odd. You may have noticed it. It just looked a bit odd. The ground textures were taking a while to load. So I spent ages trying to work out what it was. The FPS was right down to about 20. I was messing around with bits and pieces, and I just could not work out what was causing it. So my graphics card is only a 2060, RTX 2060, so it's not the best. I think for what it is, I do get good graphics. I do use reshade, and I have asked quite a few people about game settings So I think I've got them to the optimum. But I also started tweaking the game XMLs, so the LOD distance, foliage stuff. So all the stuff in game that will only go up to 200%, I actually changed the values to, you can change them to whatever. I changed them to 400%, but that was too much. I was getting very low FPS at 400, so I changed it down to about 250, 300%, and that basically, if you see the trees in the distance, when it was on 200%, they weren't very clear. But how I've tweaked it, they look a lot better. And the visuals are very important to me, and without being able to spend a load of money on a better graphics card and better PC components, I'm limited to what I can do. And especially when I'm creating content, I want it to look decent. So anyway, I went back into the game XML, and for some reason all those values were put at 550%. Now, I didn't do that. I have no idea how they got to that value, but it was obviously causing issues in the gameplay. So I've put all those back down, so there probably will be a difference between the two halves of the episode. So I just wanted to clear that up, because I have watched back the first half, even though I haven't edited the video yet. Did re-watch the first part that I'd recorded, and I did notice it. So yeah, I just wanted to clear those few bits up. Oh, and the cultivating contracts, I've completed those, so the money is back up a bit. So let's see how much this is going to take to complete the contract. So we only need 2%. I do want to stop it as soon as possible. That's very weird. It seems to be taking a lot more than I would have thought it would. Yeah. So we've got 13,698 in there. And 10,000. So we've got about 24,000. So actually can't really moan at that, can we? 24,000 litres from that field. So I'm going to get him back to the farm and load that into the silo. And then what I'll probably do over the winter months is cart all of the beets and all of the carrots over to the agro product company. Get that producing. So yeah, I don't want to keep doing loads of stuff off camera, so that's really the reason I want to change the days per month, so that I can sort of do more in episodes but less per episode, if that makes sense. Obviously I will be doing a lot off camera before the next episode, because I need to prep and seed that beet field we've just harvested, and I also need to weed the field behind the shop. So yeah, I am going to be doing quite a bit of stuff off camera again between episodes, but it's I'm going to try my best not to do that so much now. But yeah, I think this is probably a bit of a shorter episode. Actually, what we will do is collect that contract. So that's another 11,000 on top. So I'm obviously not going to take on any more contracts. I think a lot of those will... I can't imagine there'll be any contracts in December, so... Over the winter months, we're going to sort of collect a lot of the pallets that we've produced, so the firewood, rye flour, get that into the bakery to produce bread, and just doing a few bits like that. I think I do need to have a sort out in the farm. I am running out of space really, so I need to see if there's a way of putting another shed in the farm. But yeah, as I say, this is probably a bit of a shorter episode. Apologies for the bits and pieces that I've been doing. It's been a lot of talking and a lot of sort of rushing through jobs, I think. So I am aware of that, and I will try my best to not do that now. But yeah, so thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed it, please give the video a like. If you've not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Will help the channel grow. And thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye for now.